A perfect day today. You see the Indian Wells Golf Course behind me, but will the cool temperatures remain? NBC Palm Springs at 6 begins now.
Now, this is NBC Palm Springs.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Olivia Sandusky.
And I'm Mark Mester. Silvercrest CEO William Rodriguez appeared in court for the first time this afternoon. That's tonight's top story. This comes following Rodriguez's arrest on Monday. He's being charged with murder, a hit and run resulting in bodily injury, and operating a vehicle with a suspended driver's license. Tiani Jadalang was inside the courtroom today. She spoke with the attorney representing the CEO and shares those details. Tiani.
Mark, the local business owner is pleading not guilty on all allegations. The district attorney's office pushing for no bail. But today, Judge Dean Benjamini setting Rodriguez's bail at $2 million, along with a large list of conditions the defendant must meet in order to maintain his innocence. The incident 43-year-old William Frank Rodriguez is being tied to dates back to October 11th of 2024. The day 60-year-old Christina Barrington was riding her moped with her dog when she was hit and killed on East Palm Canyon Drive. According to local law enforcement, after the initial accident, Rodriguez dragged the scooter for approximately 1,400 feet after, then proceeded to drive home.
You are William Frank Rodriguez, is that correct? Yes.
That's Rodriguez today, more than a year after that fatal accident. According to representatives from the Riverside County District Attorney's Office, the Cathedral City Police Department attained a warrant to arrest the executive on Friday and attempted to meet Rodriguez at Acrisure Arena, where they say his phone was pinging. The agency was unable to reach him until the following Monday morning.
They get stopped by security, and Mr. Rodriguez gets a phone call, and he flees his suite on the phone and leaves out the VIP parking area before the police can make it to his suite.
The DA's office stating at today's hearing that they believe the business owner had no intention of turning himself in. But after speaking with his attorney, he has this to say.
None of that's in the police reports. I'm not sure where that's coming from. We'll have to wait and see if there's any actual evidence of that, because it certainly wasn't provided to us.
When mentioning Rodriguez's other alleged ties to criminal activities, such as driving with a suspended license dating back to 2013, David Greenberg asks why this is being brought up over a decade later.
My client is alleged to have one 10-year-old misdemeanor, non-violent misdemeanor in his past. That's nothing. I wish, most of us had that in our backgrounds. Just one non-violent misdemeanor in our past that's 10 years old. That's nothing.
Along with the $2 million bail, Honor Dean Benjamini set a number of conditions for Rodriguez, including no consumption of alcohol, no allowance of driving a vehicle, even if he obtains his license, and he isn't allowed to leave the state. Rodriguez has turned over his passport to the court, and his next formal bail hearing is set for October 24th. Live in studio, I'm Tiani Jadalang, NBC Palm Springs.
Tiani, thank you. We have a live look outside our Agua Caliente casino camera there. Rancho Mirage, looks like the camera's shaking just a little bit from the wind that we saw, but some gorgeous conditions today. I was in downtown Palm Springs, saw a lot of visitors there in town, enjoying the beautiful temperatures. Pablo, you were showing off the golf swing earlier. You gotta hit the greens.
Mark criticized it. He's a real golfer. He's already taken money from me. Don't play Mark in golf.
We'll call it a mulligan.
He is a scratch golfer. I'm not a golfer, but I play one on TV. Let's look at the weather. Look at the beautiful temperature, 77 degrees, 28% humidity. And by the way, precipitation, 0 inches. I don't expect a drop of water for the next 10 days in our area. Look at the future precipitation. If you don't believe me, we can fast forward through Wednesday, Thursday, absolutely no rain clouds at all near us. And if you're going to go for a walk, of course, after watching us and watching the Rogan Report, temperatures are going to dip quickly, 68 degrees at 6 p.m., 58 degrees at midnight. Just a beautiful night to go outside, get your walk in and look at the stars. I came from LA. I'm like, what is this? What are all these stars? Without light pollution, it's so beautiful here in the desert. I am really loving life. Let's go to our 3-day forecast brought to you by our good friends of Comfort Air. But the temperatures are going to start picking up. Thursday at 85 degrees, Friday back up to 89, Saturday in the 90s, and I'll let you know if it's going to continue to go even hotter with your 7-day forecast. But that's coming up later. I'm Pablo Alsina. Back over to Olivia and Mark.
All right, Pablo, thank you for that. Turning to a local alert this evening. Yesterday, thousands of unionized Kaiser Permanente workers and nurses around California began their 5-day strike for a wage increase for nurses. Locally, More Kaiser workers are on the picket lines. This is video from Palm Desert. The group is outside of the Kaiser Permanente Clinic off of Gerald Ford Drive and Cook Street. We spoke with workers taking part.
Extremely short staff, and by having short staff, it's delaying patient care. And I don't think our management, our uppers really understand that because they're only seeing stats. And that's kind of a sad thing because our patients pay for their insurance, you know, and we always want to deliver the best care, especially that's why we're in the medical field.
Kaiser Permanente confirms that hospitals and medical offices are continuing to operate throughout the strike.
The Agua Caliente Band of Cahuilla Indians is expanding its fuel business here in the Coachella Valley, announcing a new gas station coming to Cathedral City. Construction is already underway on vacant land at the northeast corner of Highway 111 and Monty Hall Drive. It's right next to the Tribe's Casino. This will feature 24 fueling positions and a 1,000 square foot attendant building, no gaming machines, unlike the Tribe's existing station in Rancho Mirage, which opened in 2021 and does include some slot machines. A third station is also being built in Palm Springs. Both new sites are expected to open by mid-2026.
Today in Palm Springs, new artwork was unveiled. It came from the area's sister city, San Miguel de Allende. Tonight, our Brett Rosen has the story on what this means for residents.
3, 2, 1. Yeah!
This morning at Downtown Park in Palm Springs, a ribbon-cutting ceremony to unveil a new art piece coming from Palm Springs' sister city, San Miguel de Allende. And city officials say today is all about bringing both Palm Springs and San Miguel de Allende residents closer together.
At times when borders are tightening on a federal level, we in Palm Springs, the bridges need to be created and bridges crossed. So this is a great opportunity. We have an educational exchange program at the dual immersion school, Vista Del Monte, that we do with schools in San Miguel. We've done cultural exchanges and culinary exchanges through our Food and Wine Festival and their Food and Wine Festival. So there's economic development as well and tourism development. And as I said, just overall cultural exchange, which people respect and benefit.
The art piece came from Mexican artist Daniel Mestiz Valero. It is to mimic the flowers that are from San Miguel de Allende. The city's director of tourism, Tanya Castillo, says both have been sister cities for over 3 years now. And she says it's a benefit not just for Palm Springs locals, but their locals as well.
Sister city benefits both of our cities because we collaborate. We do a lot of cultural exchange, we do students exchange, we do different type of exchange that help both cities develop in more ways. We are working in different projects between Palm Springs and our city for next year.
Here in Palm Springs, I'm Brett Rosen, NBC Palm Springs.
New at 6 o'clock tonight, some of the Valley's younger movers and shakers are being recognized for their contributions to our community. The 40 Under 40 list is out from Palm Springs Life. Our news director, David Reese, joins us live. He's at the Thompson Hotel tonight, where a celebration is underway for the honorees. David, who's all being recognized tonight?
Well, there is quite a cross-section of honorees tonight. They come from many walks of life, but they are all influential decision makers and influencers here in the Coachella Valley, as determined by nominees and by judges who determine their worth in our community. And really, there's a lot of really important people in this town, if you think about it, and they're all going to be here tonight. Joining me is Kevin O'Grady with Palm Springs Life. So tell me, how does one get to be nominated to this?
Sure, we start the nomination process about 2 months before we choose the winners. We do a cross-section of promotions to various communities and leaders and governments and the general public. So it's an open nomination process. We received, I think, almost 350 nominations this year, and we had to narrow it down to 40.
Wow. And this is a cross-section of people, right?
It's a total cross-section. You got government leaders, you have business entrepreneurs, you have the charitable community, you have people from, the living desert. It's all over the community.
Right,
yeah.
Right. I think it's really interesting. I feel like a loser because when you think about some of the things that people have achieved, it's amazing when you think about what is being done by some of the folks that are younger than us.
It makes you really feel great about the Coachella Valley, that there's this many people, not just the ones who won, but everyone who was nominated, that we have a real bright future ahead of us with these
We do. And one of the people who is being recognized tonight is Ryland Penta. Hello.
David, how are you?
So, and you know Ryland because he is a contributor to NBC Palm Springs. So you've seen him on our station. So congratulations.
Thank you.
What does it feel like?
It's a fantastic honor, and it's a great way to get involved in the community a little deeper, take this honor and see what we can do with it.
Yeah. So you work for the city of Palm Desert. Tell us what you do.
So I'm community relations, communications, outreach. So you'll see me across the town and even in other cities.
And on TV.
And on NBC.
That's right. Well, congratulations tonight.
Thank you.
So this event's just about to get underway here. It's very quiet here right now. It won't be in an hour or so when all of these 40 under 40 honorees show up to be honored. I'm David Reese, live in Palm Springs. Back to you.
David, thank you, and congratulations to all of those honorees tonight. Coming up next here on NBC Palm Springs, artificial intelligence meets education, how a new program aims to meet all students where they're at. That's right after the break.
And a little bit later tonight, the Coachella Valley Scorpions looking to bring their first title back to the Valley this weekend on the pickleball court.
Plus, here's a quick look at your gold and silver prices on this Wednesday evening. We have those headlines coming up in just a few minutes. Stay with us.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 6.
Welcome back. The government shutdown has left many in limbo about their employment status.
However, a judge has blocked the Trump administration from laying off federal workers during the government shutdown, calling it illegal. U.S. District Judge Susan Yvonne Ilston today granted two unions that sued the administration temporary restraining orders to prevent the layoffs. The lawsuit came after the White House signaled a plan to lay off workers through, quote, reductions in force at federal agencies. Judge Ilston said the Trump administration had taken advantage of the shutdown to, quote, assume that all bets are off and the laws don't apply to them anymore. She added that the temporary restraining order would go into effect immediately.
A new artificial intelligence program is aiming to change the way students learn and teachers instruct with technology that adapts to every learner.
The new digital assistant could soon join the classroom. It's a chatbot named EDU, designed to personalize learning and help students retain academic knowledge faster. Here's Alondra Campos.
Feeling a little lost? I can help.
That's the voice of Hannah, a virtual assistant designed to help students learn faster and help teachers track student progress more efficiently.
A lot of folks, well, is this going to replace teachers? No. What this is going to do is that it's going to give 80% of the time back to the teachers to focus on their students, focus on developing their curriculum.
Created by Dr. Michael Everest, EDU is a platform that uses artificial intelligence to personalize learning, taking a professor's curriculum and generating questions, quizzes, and tests tailored to each student's needs.
They go in, they'll do their assignment with ChatGPT, but when it comes test time, you see a big difference, right? Because you can't have ChatGPT when you're taking a test. What we do is we give that insight and that window to how their student is actually working, what their whole cycle is. And after doing that for 2 years on pilot studies, we showed a 15+% improvement in grades.
Everest says the idea came soon after the COVID-19 pandemic, when distance learning exposed the need for more interactive and accessible tools for students working remotely.
The aspect of our conversational AI aligned with the classroom, aligned not just with the classroom, but the actual teacher-professor's curriculum, ensures that everything is specified to the likeness of the teacher, so that when we output the materials, our infinite test prep, it's based on quizzes, on the synopsis, on the syllabus of the teacher or professor.
The launch comes just as Governor Gavin Newsom signed Senate Bill 243, which requires AI developers, including major platforms like OpenAI's ChatGPT, to build safeguards that protect users from harm. Everest says EDU is already ahead of the curve.
Trick it. You cannot say, oh, if this novel says this, and this is how you do this and this. We redirect them back to, let's focus on calculus. We hope you feel better. There is help you can get here, but we are here to focus on you getting better test scores.
That was our Alondra Campos reporting. We have a live look outside our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera this evening. Pablo Alcina's in right after the break with your 7-day forecast. Stay with us.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Be sure not to miss anything. If you're only watching us on TV, you're only getting part of the story. Head to our new website for the latest broadcasts. Digital exclusive content.
I'm Pablo Alcina. Absolutely gorgeous weather all day today. Look at the Walter Clark Cam in Rancho Mirage. Look at the colors, the blues, the purples, the pinks, the yellows. Simply beautiful and cooler than usual for this time of year. If you're looking at the temperatures, 75 degrees right now in Palm Springs. Humidity just 30%. Usually we are in the highs of 92 degrees. Nowhere near that today. Hourly temperatures are going to start going down as the night comes up. 6 p.m. 73 degrees. The dew point at just 44 degrees. Very comfortable. Little muggy somewhat, but not at all. Just gorgeous. 68 degrees at 10 p.m. Around midnight we'll be at 62 degrees. Future precipitation for this whole southwest area of the United States. We're not going to see any rain at all for the whole week. And for our area, no rain for the next 10 days at least, if not more. Wind gusts, Palm Springs around 20 miles an hour. So you will feel some wind tonight if you go out for a walk. 12 miles an hour in Thousand Palms, Whitewater with winds heading east at 10 miles an hour. Looking at the high temperatures we saw today, how nice for the second week of October. A high of just 80 degrees in Palm Springs, highs of just 64 degrees in Joshua Tree, Cabazon with highs of just 65 degrees, and all down here in Indio, highs of just 79 degrees. The low temperatures you're going to feel tonight, 52 degrees in Cabazon, 60 degrees in Palm Springs, 58 in Palm Desert, Big Bear City, lows of 23 degrees, already snow up in the mountains. Gorgeous. 7-day forecast, 85 degrees tomorrow, clear skies throughout the week, but the temperatures will go back up to the low 90s Saturday and Sunday. Monday going back into the 80s. I am Pablo Alsina. Keep it here. You're watching NBC Palm Springs, and yes, I am loving life in the desert.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website. And now, NBC Palm Springs Sports with Tim O'Brien, powered by Agua Caliente Casino.
Well, welcome back. As the summer season starts to shift to fall, of course, as Pablo just mentioned, the National Pickleball League winding down its season indoors before the outdoor courts get busy. A lot of course, pickleball today. Now, our friends with the Coachella Valley Scorpions have found their way to the 2 seed in the championship tournament this weekend in Seattle. Now, the Scorpions finished the season with 14 standing points. You get a point for each match win. They went 14-6 on the season, only behind the host team this weekend, the Seattle Tsunami. So, of course, keep you up to date with all the scores this weekend, Friday through Sunday in Seattle, right here on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com, and, of course, on the air over the weekend. Now, following the Firebirds' loss on opening night, the teams had a full week of practice to figure out exactly where it all went wrong. Peaks and valleys of the season will test a young group, to say the least, but with the right veteran leadership and coaching staff, this should turn around rather quickly. Defenseman Gustav Olofsson knows it's just one game, but you also want to remember the sting and remember that taste of what a loss like Friday night felt like.
A little bit of that, and then a little bit of keeping it in your mind too, you know, in order to motivate yourself, right, to get better. But yeah, I think with pro hockey, like, there's so many games, and right now there's not, so maybe to keep that in mind for this week's practice is a good thing, and then move on. But, you know, most of the time you want to turn the page pretty quickly.
Now the team will hit the ice again Thursday and Friday before they host Colorado Saturday night. Puck drop, 7 p.m. We'll, of course, have all the coverage beginning at 6:30 on My Firebirds TV on KPSC with Hockey Night Coachella Valley. That'll do it in sports. I'm Tim O'Brien.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Fans of Beatle legend Paul McCartney got the chance to see him up close and personal in Iowa on Tuesday. One lifelong fan says the music icon gave him the ultimate birthday surprise. Abigail Curtin has more on the unexpected but joyous moment.
There were all types of fans outside the loading dock of the Casey Center Tuesday afternoon. From younger fans,
woke up at 3 a.m. yesterday, traveled all day, and here I am now,
to seasoned supporters.
He's the top of my Mount Rushmore, and the music means a lot.
Their goal? To catch a glimpse of McCartney as he pulls up to the venue. But perhaps no one wanted it more than Dan Myers, a lifelong fan from Sioux City, who happened to be celebrating his 65th birthday.
Every song has a personal meaning for me, and every song is different, and I sing along like I did 40 years ago to all these songs.
Tuesday's show marks the third time Myers has seen McCartney in Des Moines. He, along with dozens of other fans, waited almost 3 hours in the cold and rain for even a chance to see one of their idols. But by some stroke of luck, Myers didn't get to just see McCartney. He got a birthday blessing from the man himself. And if you can't tell from the smile on his face, this might have been one of the best birthday gifts he could have asked for.
It's just really cool to be that close to a living legend.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai the D.
Brighter Side of the News is brought to you by Fiesta Kia. Discover the all-new Fiesta Kia located in the I-10 Auto Mall.
Before we go, I want you to think about when the last time you shopped at a department store was. Well, if it's been a while, don't worry. Tomorrow's the perfect day to head to the mall because it is Department Store Day nationally. The day celebrates how department stores decades ago changed the way we shop and shaped a key part of modern living. USA Today has a ranked list of shoppers' favorite department stores. J.C. Penney took the #1 spot, followed by Von Maur at #2. Belk, Nordstrom, and Macy's round out the top 5. I think we have a Macy's over here that shops at Palm Desert, so you can celebrate locally right here in the Valley.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us. You got something to say, Pablo?
I shop at department stores all the time. People don't do this.
You need a new suit, you said.
There you go.
You can't try on suits online.
We're back tonight at 11. Fred Rogan's next.